What is your full name?
I am Palatova Sadatjan.
I'm going to ask you some questions about drinks. What do you like to drink with your dinner?
To tell the truth, I like to drink with my dinner with a tea, especially lemon tea, because in my daily life I would like to drink lemon tea because it's very useful for my body healthy.
Do you drink a lot of water every day?
Yes, of course. In my daily life, I drink a lot of water, and I drink 2 or 3 liters of water in my daily life.
Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee?
To tell the truth, I prefer drinking a tea because a tea is very useful for my body, and I prefer drinking tea with sweets.
If people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink?
To tell the truth, if people visit in my home, and I usually offer them to drink coffee because first of all, every people like to drink a coffee in my country, and due to that reasons I offer them to drink a cup of tea.
Let's speak about time management. How do you plan your time in a day?
To tell the truth, in my daily life, I prefer to plan my works in the morning because in the morning is very suitable time for planning, and I started my works after morning.
Is it easy to manage time for you?
Yes, of course, it is to manage time for me. Due to that reasons, I always try to manage my time for separating my time.
Do you think planning is important for time management?
Well, in my opinion, time planning is important for time management for everybody, especially younger people, because they always try to work on time, and it's very important for everybody.
Let's move to part 2. In this part, you will be given a topic to talk about. You have 1 minute to prepare to talk about the topic. After that, you should talk 1 or 2 minutes about the topic. Describe a time when you gave advice to someone. You should say who you gave advice to, what the situation was, what advice you gave, what the result was.
To tell the truth, giving and asking for advice is almost important culture, and I talk about a suggestion which I given for younger brother, and the younger brother had passed out high school exam with high grades, and he decided to preparing IELTS and preparing to enter the university, and he asked me advice for choosing university, and I advised him about go to the university which provides places services to the university, and he annoyed that time, and he was very annoyed that condition, but I inspired him, and he followed my advice, and he become a leader in the future, and he followed my advice, and he managed to that condition and that dreams, and not only my family, and all of the whole family proud of him, and they they are very enjoyable and unforgettable time for that condition. And my younger brother was very happy that condition, and he spent.
I'm going to ask you a few questions about opinions and advice. What problems can people face if they ask many different people for advice?
Well, to tell the truth, in my opinion, people face to some problems if they ask many different people for advice, because of they face to some problems because they have a chance to sides, and every people give a different types of advice.
In general, what kind of person is most suitable for giving advice to others?
Well, in my opinion, it is people who has a knowledge and has a life experience is very suitable for advice for children or younger people. It's a old person, in my opinion.
Do you think it's okay if professional advice costs a lot?
Well, in my opinion, professional advice always costs a lot, because it is very important for everybody. And if people need to professional advice, nobody advise him easily.
Now, I'd like to discuss getting advice from other people. In what situations can old people ask younger people for advice?
Well, in my opinion, old people can ask younger people for advice, because sometimes old people need to younger people advice, because they have a lot of information and nowadays development and other types of information.
Do you prefer advice from your family or your friends?
To tell the truth, I always advise from my family, because my family is respect my advice, respect my decisions, and always advise me every time very kindly.
Which do you think is better, advice from young people or advice from older people?
In my opinion, advice from older people is very useful for me, because older people have a chance to decide discussions, and they have a lot of life experience.